Alright guys and gals, thanks for joining me for another ride home today. Like the title said, we're going to do a 5,000 mile review on the 2022 Low Rider ST. Give you my thoughts and what I think of it. Let's roll the intro. Guys, as you can see, I got 4,914 miles on the Low Rider. I bought it in August of 22 or the end of July of 22. I've been riding it, you know, as much as I can, as often as I can when the weather permits, and it's been a good bike. You know, I compare it a lot to the Road Glide ST because that is what I wanted, but I told myself, you know, oh, that was too much of a bike for a first bike, and so I went with this one. But you know, comparing the numbers, this one here is just like an inch and a half or so shorter. It's 130 pounds lighter. The storage capacity is 1.9 cubic feet versus 2.3 on the Road Glide ST. So you know, I mean, it's not that much smaller of a bike now that I really think about it, and I've been riding it for 6 months. But do I regret getting it? No, I don't think so. The only issues that I've had with it is the ABS light would come on because the front ABS sensor cable was pinched too tight by a zip tie. I believe I'm not the only one that's had that issue. You can Google that, look in the forums, look on YouTube, people talking about it. And then, let me think, of 4,000 miles, had to add a quart of oil, which, whatever, you know, I've come to understand that that's an expectation with Harleys. And then the tires, on the left side of the tires, they have a wear line, the front and the back. So I am a little disappointed with the tires. But that's the tires, not the bike. You know, I can switch out tires and solve that problem. The brakes are still holding up, it's still braking good. The engine is still pulling strong. I sometimes wonder if I'm ragging the engine out because I feel like it likes to stay between 2,600 RPM and 3,500 RPM. You know, that seems to be the sweet spot. I don't really go to the higher gears until I'm cruising and, you know, have enough momentum to carry me through turns. But yeah, I mean, it's been holding up. The tour pack's been back there for a while now. It's been holding up just fine. I'd have lost one headlight bezel. That was shortly after I got it. I had it come off. Ordered 2 of them just because they were cheaper. It took them a good minute to get in, but you know, they came in a while back and I put one on, and that one's been staying on fine. You know, knock on wood real quick. But I have another one in the tool chest just in case this one falls off. Besides the tires, for a complaint, the clutch lever rattles. On the research on that, you know, that seems to be a common thing, and you can take it apart and put the anti-vibration part in there and be good to go. So I will be doing that. Maybe I'll do that when I get it up on the lift to do the oil change and the 5,000 mile service on it. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, it's been a good bike. It's a fun bike. And that guy made me lose my train of thought. Well, between him and me going down to first, that just kind of derailed me. Would I recommend it as a first bike after putting this many miles on it and the learning pains when I first got it? Yeah, you know, as long as you're going to be a responsible rider, by all means. I mean, hell, even the Ninja that I have, I would recommend that as a first bike too, but that's another video, I reckon. If I was to redo the handlebars, I would have put heated grips on it. I don't know if you can pick it up, but I think my gloves are melting the thrashing grips right here. I don't know if I'm just squeezing the crap and wearing that out, or if the heated gloves have worn those down. But that's not going on the right hand side though. So yeah, I don't know what happened here, but that's wearing out. So sooner or later I'll probably replace these grips and go ahead and put heated grips on here, just because I enjoy them on the Ninja, and you know, why not? The stock exhaust is pretty much mellowed out. You know, I haven't noticed it getting any louder. It may if I put more miles on it or not. We'll see. I've been watching Blockhead's M8 exhaust shootout, or whatever he's calling that series. I can't remember exactly. So kind of watching that for a direction on which way I may go with an exhaust for this bike. If you guys hadn't been watching that and you're looking at these, I recommend going and checking that out. He's done what is it, the Sawicki and the Thrashing exhaust. He's done HPI exhaust. So he's doing really popular brands that he's just doing an honest review on them. So it's worth checking out if you're looking at an exhaust. Got something in my eye. Don't you do it. The longest road trip I've taken on it's been about 2.5, close to 3 hours, and it rides great. I enjoy the Thrashing Mini floorboards being on here. I'll kick my feet out on the Bung King crash bars too, when I'm able to relax and not have to worry about things. So yeah, if you got a Low Rider ST and have any questions, comments, put them down below. You can get some conversation going. Maybe put something maybe you've experienced that I haven't, and somebody that comes along and watches the video, they may want to be aware of it. But so far, you know, I love it. I go back and forth about adding the speaker system. I feel like everybody that's talked about that got theirs from Harley. What are these guys doing? But yeah, I haven't really seen anybody rave about the speaker system enough to make me say, oh, I need to go get it. Now, if Rockford came out with something where you know, you could get the Advent Black bigger bags with speakers on them, and then I could get the speakers to put on the tour pack, and you know, if I could put more than what just goes up there, I might would entertain that. But I don't know, somebody will have to come up with some kit like that, I reckon. Feels good in the shade. Got the man, I'm surprised this guy let that bike do that weird little stunt he did. Undercover cop right here in front of me with an all-wheel drive Charger. That's interesting. Well, I appreciate everybody tuning in, and want to thank everybody for subscribing and coming back, and yeah, just thank y'all for watching, and hopefully as I get the hang of this, things will become more interesting, and as it heats up, we'll get out and ride different spots and talk about different things and all of that fun stuff, and we'll just go from there. So in the meantime, you know, y'all ride safe, and again, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one. And them slow turns like that are hard. Getting the hang of it though.